What's Gucci? What's shaking? It's Ash Cat. It's like a lot, man. You already know what it is, man. Punchlines in politics, man. Shotgun shook, man. Nah, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Charlie Clips. Harlem, we in the building. Punchlines in politics, 15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
So who would you want from URL? Well, let's talk about the saga because we know who you want technically.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've seen the interview that I did with him.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the interview?
It was disappointing. I was disappointed. That brother, when he came on the scene, I thought it was dope because I was like, oh, Christian battle rapper. I thought his whole perspective and his whole point of battle rapping was to bring people to Jesus Christ. I thought that was his motive. And it seems like now, he's kind of just transforming into just a battle rapper. He used to stand out in terms of his, ideological perspective and what he used to kick, but now he's kind of like just turning into a regular battle rapper. So that was a little disappointing.
Why do you say that?
Well, all his battles, like I haven't, when he first came on the scene, man, he was mentioning his Christian beliefs. He was mentioning Jesus. He was mentioning these things in the battle. And I thought that was dope. I'm all about consciousness. I'm all about, finding a twist to say things differently than the average gun bar, whatever. But it seems like now I haven't seen him do that in like his past couple battles. Maybe a little bit with Sway, but other than that, I haven't seen him do that. So that's kind of disappointing. And, his arrogance during that interview was a little disappointing as well. I mean, when people say, even with the whole URL thing, when they say I need to work harder to be on that platform, or when Saga says I need to have more battles to be on that platform against him, it's like, my thing is like, what are we really talking about here from a business perspective or just from a cultural perspective? Because if it's strictly cultural, like I thought we was about, everybody says do it for the culture, then I would assume that a battle of that magnitude between our two different ideologies would be something that he would want. It gives him an opportunity to propagate his doctrine. Mm-hmm. It gives him an opportunity to preach and where it would be warranted because I'm attacking his ideology. So I would think that as a man of the Lord, that would be his MO. So it was kind of disappointing to hear him say, I need to have more battles. It lets me know that he's just about battle rapping. He's not really about spreading the message anymore. So that's a little disheartening and disappointing. And then he calls Danny Myers trash. And it's like, I don't know, man. That whole interview was just like, you see what happens when individuals is fresh off a battle, I guess, and they right outside the venue and they just pumped up, I guess. Maybe he probably wouldn't say those things if he was calm and in a regular state of mind. I don't know. But I really wish that he would, put gas on this whole thing so me and him can get busy so it could be a battle that's deeper than battle rap. I would hope that he would want to do that as a Christian, but I don't know.
What about the battle, I feel like the battle would go down in a later date. Like, what do you think about like buildups? Because every battle, I feel like every big battle has a time and place for it. I feel like when things go down, it doesn't need to go down like right then and there. How do you feel about buildups? Like, do you think that because you want Saga and you feel like the matchup that you should get him now? Or how do you...
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even thinking about it from a battle rap perspective, like in terms of build-ups and when the time is right. My whole thing is like, it's like how we say out here, like, get down where you mad at. Like, you feel me? Like, if you have an issue with somebody, clearly we don't have a personal issue, but me and him have ideological issues that could make for a dope battle. I don't see why he would want to battle anybody else when me and him could potentially have one of the biggest battles in battle rap history, potentially, if we both bring our A game. So I'm not looking at it from a battle rap perspective. I'm looking at it for something that could transcend battle rap. And that's kind of how I look at all my battles. I look at them as opportunities to have conversations that could potentially, transcend the genre and bring a different demographic in. Like, the majority of my fan base, they rock with me because of what I say, because of the consciousness and all that. So I would hope that, that's what it's really about at the end of the day, not just trying to please the next man with the gun bars and the average stuff like that. I would think that we want to have a bigger battle than that. So that's why I say that. And even if we do it from if we look at the logistics of it as far as the viewership and all that, like, I mean, I got a viral clip, on Facebook that got 9 million views. That garnered me the attention of CNN journalists and garnered me the attention of professors like Dr. Boyce Watkins. So if it's a notoriety thing, if it's like, oh, who is that? We don't know who B Dot is. We can't really have that argument with me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really work because a lot of people know who I am, man. Look at the bloggers, Jay Black, Angry Fan, anybody that's part of this culture pretty much knows who I am by now. So I don't think that argument works. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, whatever the brother want to do, it's all good. If it come, it come. If it happen, it happen. We'll see.
Do you respect him as a battler, or is it just?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You see, that's the thing. It's nothing personal. I respect him as a battle rapper. I think he's dope. I just think we have a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like, if it was another black Christian battle rapper that was putting his ideological perspective on the forefront like that, and he was, where Saga's at, I would be calling him out. So it's not about the person, it's about the conversation. That's how I take all my battles. That's why people be getting mad at me and saying I'm a diva, or you don't want to go do a PG. It's not that, bro. I just want to have a conversation that's deeper than battle rap, because that's how I write. Like, I don't just write like punchlines and punch. I don't punch back to back to back. It's not my style. Like, I'm like Daylight calls me, I'm a talk to him type of nigga. So, that's just my style, and I like to have battles where I can talk to a nigga. That's just what I do.
So who else stands out to you that you would want to battle? What about Tink the Demon?
Tink is dope, man. I think he's phenomenal. He called me out. I mean, I guess we'll see. My thing is like, I take battles that make me want to battle. I don't just take battles because somebody called me out, or somebody said, oh, he'll kill you. It's like whatever. It's everybody got an opinion, so it's all good. But I think the brother's incredible. I think he did an excellent job against Mike P. I think Mike P did an excellent job as well. So stuff like that, I'll just say we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I was on the phone with Smack yesterday, so we talked, and we definitely trying to figure some things out. So we'll figure something out for sure. I don't know who the opponent would be, but we'll figure it out.
So you don't know who the opponent would be. So there's no names that Smack threw out to you that stands out right now?
He didn't throw out no names at all.
No.
We just had this was our second conversation, and we just kind of touched bases in terms of what we're trying to do, and what he sees me potentially doing on that platform, and I told him, what I see myself doing and what I'm trying to do with this whole battle rap thing. So that was the conversation. He said he's gonna get back to me. We're gonna chop it up some more about some potential opponents. So names was thrown my way.
I seen you going back and forth with Averb. How do you feel about him calling you like a Lux impersonator? I know you just said that you over it, but how does that feel coming from Averb?
No, it was cool though. He wasn't disrespectful at all. He said I could rap. He just said that you can rap, you just need to lose the Lux thing. Everybody got an opinion, you know what I'm saying? And I respect Averb. He put in work in the game. He's a legend as far as I'm concerned. So I ain't got nothing ill to say about him. My whole thing about battle rap is just like, we all battle rap though, so we don't have to just have opinions. Like, we could get in the ring. Like, you feel me? Like, if I have an opinion on somebody, I'm not just gonna be like, yo, you need to do this, that, and the third, or I don't think you nice. I'm gonna be like, yo, let's get down so I can show you why you not nice. Like, I think that's how battle rappers should be. We should be less critics and fans and more just, competitive. And if somebody think that I'm a fake Lux or whatever, then, let's potentially get in the ring and settle that issue. That's how I look at it. So, but shout out to Verb, man. He's a legend. Definitely a fan of his work. So I ain't gonna say anything negative about the brother.
I know you mentioned Daylight, and I asked Daylight this. I don't know if you were watching, but is there any type of alliance or anything between you, Daylight, and Danny? I seen some tweets where you guys were having some type of meeting, some type of convos. What's going on?
Yes, indeed. We just want to put the West on our back. We want to be representatives for LA. And, who better to do it than me, Danny, and Daylight. You know what I'm saying? So it's been an alliance since day one, because we from the West, and we know that we in a position, we got to earn y'all respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understand the Mecca. We know what it's about, so we got to go over there and earn our respect. So that's what our conversations have been. We definitely got each other's back, and we know we got something to prove. If we ever go out there and touch that stage, we got to, put it on for the West. That's it.
I'm trying to get something out of you. Who would you want to battle?
I know you're trying to get something out of me.
I'm trying, and you're not budging, like, at all.
No, I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, I think the average battle rapper just wants to kill whoever and just prove like, yo, I'm better than this nigga. I'll kill this nigga. I'll 3-0 this nigga. My thing is like, that's not why I battle rap. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. You know what I'm saying? And humbly speaking, I don't even go around saying like, yo, I'm nice. I'm the nicest nigga. Whoopty whoop. Look at how I got 9 million views. That's just not my style. My style is like, yo, give me an opponent that makes sense so I can have a conversation, you know what I'm saying, that could transcend battle rap where we can really talk about some real shit. That's all I'm concerned with. So whoever it may be, I tell you one thing though, when they choose somebody, and if I agree to it, I promise you I agree to it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's some type of conversation me and whomever it will be can have that'll be dope and won't just be a regular just punchline battle rap. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to do. That's, you know, everybody got different styles, and that's just my style. I want to have conversations that's just dope. Like, yo, you hear what he said? You hear what he was talking about? That's the kind of shit that I want to do.
Let me ask you this about the Lux thing. I want to go back to that for 1 second. When I spoke to Daylight said the difference between you and Lux is you're more of a conscious battle rapper, and pretty much you talk. He said it in a manner whereas you live what you speak, and Lux doesn't. Since you have a little bit more closeness to Lux now, since you have a mutual friend, can you elaborate a little bit more on that? Like, is there any truth behind that, or?
I think that the only truth behind that is I'm more of a student. You know what I mean? I'm more of a scholar. Like, I approach African history from a scholastic standpoint. So I really delve into the books and all that. I'm really part of a couple of different organizations where that's what we do when we do lectures. And, you know, I'm part of a lecture circuit out here on the West Coast where we actually teach. And, you know, so I guess that's what he would mean by that. Like, I'm really outside of battle rap. I'm really out here. I'm working on a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really out here teaching this truth outside of battle rap. So I think that's what he means. But in terms of Lux being conscious, Lux is very conscious. He definitely knows his stuff. I just think that Lux can't shake the stigma of the old Lux that we knew him from. So he's still got to keep it. He's still got to keep it 50-50. You know what I'm saying? He can't be 100% conscious because I think that'll just throw people off. So Lux is very knowledgeable. He know his stuff too. I don't think he could do what I do though, because I don't think people will accept it because everybody remembers the gray hoodie Lux. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what Daylight kind of meant.
What's your purpose in battle rap? Like, you know how Saga has where his purpose is to bring Christianity in and, you know, show people the word of Jesus. What is your purpose in battle? Do you have a purpose in battle rap?
Absolutely. To speak African truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we've been bamboozled, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just here to I'm here to be a vanguard and a griot for our people in those terms. And I think that there's different mediums where we could do that at. Yeah, I could teach, I could be a professor, I can do all that kind of shit, or I could jump into a genre that's void of this type of voice, and I could try to bring an African perspective to it in terms of spirituality and culture, lifestyle, everything that our ancestors were about. So that's my goal. And I think that I have all the other intangibles to do it to where it's not corny or not like preachy and like, who is this nigga? Like, I'm not up there rocking kufis and I'm not up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not up there rocking dashikis and doing all kind of other shit. Like, I'm still a street nigga. Like, I'm still a hood nigga. You feel me? I'm still like, I'm from a Pyru neighborhood. Like, I'm still the average hood nigga that would be battle rapping. It's just that I have knowledge itself. So I attach that to my delivery and everything. So I think I'm the perfect guy to do it.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
15 minutes of fame radio.
And now stepping into 15 minutes of fame radio. Yeah.
That's my motherfucking jam right there.